Good day, everyone. My name is Leslé Jansen. I'm the CEO for Resource Africa Southern Africa. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the first international conference for wildlife management focusing on Africa, conservation, human rights and sustainable use, hosted in the city of Dortmund. Resource Africa is a transnational organization that supports African community efforts to secure their rights to access and use their natural resources to sustain their livelihoods. We help to build strong platforms for collaboration, knowledge, skills, and joint advocacy, such as today, to ensure that community voices are heard in the debates that materially affect their lives. We believe that when rights are upheld and incentives for conservation are provided to those who live with wildlife, there are positive conservation outcomes benefiting both people and nature. There are hundreds of communities made up of millions of rural Africans that are engaged with wildlife conservation inside conservancies, and the Communities Leaders Network of Southern Africa is our partner organization that provides a platform for representatives of these communities and their supporting organizations in 9 Southern Africa countries to strengthen community-based natural resource management in the region. The purpose of this event is to create an opportunity for African and European stakeholders in the field of conservation and wildlife management to discuss solutions, to inform policies that affect countries and their communities to both continents. Several international movements and national policies provide a backdrop for our deliberations today, particularly those that call for the ban on the importation of hunting trophies into European countries. Communities in Africa are the frontline biodiversity conservationists, which makes them critical stewards of our wildlife during this biodiversity and climate change challenges. Communities in Africa are stewards of wildlife in the most difficult circumstances. The world therefore needs rural African communities, especially such as in Southern Africa, to be protected against any threats to their way of life, to their livelihoods, especially because they deliver this critical service to our environment. Hunting is an important way of them using, managing, conserving, and protecting our diversity, especially our wildlife in Southern Africa. I like to quote the words of our colleague, Ms. Maxie Louis, stating, "Hunting is our bread and butter issues in Southern Africa, and nothing states more aptly what the role of hunting is in Africa." This relationship with hunting is not random. It is well regulated and well managed. Hunting is associated with increasing wildlife, not decreasing it. We are not saying there are not challenges, there are, but more than that, the revenue from hunting over time contributed to schools being built, clinics being built, it contributed to children's education, it helped to create teachers. These are the things that matter, namely biodiversity and people. It is a biocultural relationship which cannot be separated. To deprive communities of that revenue from hunting will have disastrous consequences for Africa. I wish to commend the Community Leaders Network, whose aspirations were recently affirmed and supported by the African Commission on Human and People's Rights. It is the human rights body of the African Union situated in the Gambia, where they recently adopted a historic decision called Resolution 489, which affirms rural African communities' rights to sustainably use, manage, and conserve their natural resources, which clearly includes wildlife. While we are proud of Africa's highest regional body affirming our communities' right to sustainably use their wildlife, we are concerned about these impending anti-hunting laws in Europe. Hunting trade bans are seldom effective for conservation or conserving of wildlife, and it is directly going to impact many communities' livelihoods. We are nonetheless greatly encouraged by the willingness for these dialogues, and we would like these dialogues to continue with those calling for these hunting trade bans. It is important. I trust that our live and online audiences will use this opportunity to further their understanding of the relationships between hunting, conservation, and community rights. I wish to express my heartfelt thanks to the organizers and to all of the panelists who are with us today. I trust that your discussions will be fruitful and enlightening. I hereby open the first conference for wildlife management under the theme of Africa, conservation, human rights, and community rights. Thank you.